And again, I appear from nothing. So much has happened. Where do I even start? Okay, so I have disappeared for a month. Again. But there's a good reason for it, I promise. I've been busy with just job hunting and all of that stuff. Like, I had to do a bunch of stuff in the last month. I went back to Egypt, which facing a huge terrifying fear of mine that I would get stuck there somehow, but that didn't happen. Yay, I survived and I'm back here again. And then I went to Italy and then I had exams and then it was Ramadan and I fasted and it just ended like a couple of days ago. And then more job applying. Right now, I have officially reached 368 applications. Yeah, okay, this is getting annoying. This is starting to get really annoying, dude. And yeah, like I've had a few interviews since then, but one rejection so far from one I haven't heard back yet from, and one is still gonna get planned, and who knows what will happen with that. That's like mainly the biggest thing that is on my mind right now. Like I want to get the whole job thing sorted so I can, feel fairly secure enough in my residency and my stay here and all of that before I re-engage in a bunch of other stuff and relaunch a business again and get more customers and do all of that stuff. But yeah, that is kind of hindering me because the problem is that any kind of decision that I try to make right now, any kind of move that I try to make right now, is always gonna be in the background of, okay, but what if I don't have enough time and I don't have enough money to renew my residency and I get kicked out and then I'm back in Egypt and everything is screwed again and God help me and the entire catastrophization journey begins once more. So everything I do, every business idea, everything that I tried that, okay, I could try to do this and make some money out of it, is always just hindered by that fact. So I have to finish that part first, even though there are definitely other parts that are also grabbing at my attention, like the whole learning German thing. I'm at a point right now where I can watch entire series in German, but I step outside of my freaking dorm and I hear the accent and the dialect in here in Austria, and I'm like, what on God's green earth did you just say, people? Like, help me out here. And yeah, like, it's not excuses. Like, I'm making this because it's just like the simplest, most low barrier, most direct thing that I can do just to like keep the engine going, so to speak. Like, I haven't done any actual, like, very heavy editing, scenic, cinematic artistic kind of effect or twinge or business strategy on things in a fucking long time. Like it's been about I don't even know at this point. Like dude, I started the entire process of applying and looking and setting appointments and going to the embassy and all of that in February of last year. It's been almost a year, my guy, and I'm still in this process, kind of. Ah, anyways, so like I'm not mad about it. Like my life is unbelievably better than it was a year ago. Like I cannot even begin to describe how much better things are now than how they were then. But that also has the flip side of, in order for me to keep it that way, because I actually have shit to lose now. Like it was a lot easier to spend 12 hours running a business and from morning until I sleep when I had nothing to lose and everything to gain, and I was fucked either way, so I might as well go for the gold kind of situation. But now here I'm like, there's always the constant worry of like, okay, I have to be careful not to spend too much. I need to have enough money saved up in my bank account. What even if I have enough money saved up and they still like reject my renewal? How do I make a good enough plan to stay here for the foreseeable future? Or like maybe move if somehow need to. Like that's not the plan, but if I need to, if like an emergency happens, and just for all of the sake of like, I do not want to go back to Egypt. I do not want to get kicked back to Egypt. So what do I need to do? And like all of that whole stuff comes first. Unfortunately, unfortunately, fortunately, like it's the good kind of problem to have. You know what I mean? Like it's unfortunate that it has to be that way in this current time and period in my life, because the main thing is the business. It's always been the main thing. It's the entrepreneurial, it's the trying to make a product, it's trying to launch a service, it's trying to learn how to price it and service it and make the most value of it and how to handle that with the most money possible coming in and all of that. But if I don't do this, I'm gonna be very much fucked in the long term. And obviously like I don't want to do that. So it's just this dance of figuring things out until that point happens. Because like I know a lot of people in my current like cohort year right now that are studying, that are doing the same master's program with me. They're all pretty much international, and like I see the other people that are just like they're doing whatever they can, and no shame on that. Like I would do it too if I had to, but so, like picking odd jobs just to survive, or going like food delivery services or like things like that. And my bank account is slowly dwindling, and my time is slowly running out on this, and I need to get something going. And I'm just, I don't know what else to do. So like until I get a job that is decent enough that I can kind of put things on the back burner in that sense. Because you know here there are like labor protections, and there needs to be like a notice period and things like that that will give me a bit of a buffer. So until I have that, I'm on very shaky ground. So I have to like do videos like this and put all of the rest of my time into applying for jobs, learning German, and just making myself as well prepared, as well connected, as well integrated as possible. And so yeah, this was just a little quick life update in my pajamas, I know. And we're gonna talk more soon in the very, very, very near. I should try to keep this a weekly thing. Probably gonna be, but I'm just dealing with a lot right. And yeah, bye!